Okay, I'm here today with Khun Poom from Talaria Thailand, and we're in this beautiful camping area of Singha Park in Chiang Rai. So, Poom, what is Singha Park first of all?
Yes, that's right. First, my name is Poom, okay, from Talaria Thailand. Well, Singha Park is 8,000 right of you know um, um, a park that has a lot of recreation facilities. Okay, based in Chiang Rai. It should be about 20 kilometers something from the city, and they have tea plantation, they have zip line, they have sport facilities, they have a bicycle lanes, and they have a trail run for people who love to do hiking. And now a lot of people come and running, in the morning
Hmm.
and in the late afternoon, every day. It's a lot of people coming here, and they also have a camping resort for people who like to, sleep here. And I knew Singha Park, Chiang Rai, I think more than 10 years ago, where I attend a cycling race. The cycling race called Singha Park Road Classic. Okay, it's about like 70 kilometers or up to about 150 kilometers sport cycling, around Chiang Rai. Then I came here to finish my cycling race at that time. That's
Nice,
why I know the place.
beautiful. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it here. Now you've been riding around on the Talaria today.
Yeah,
So,
today, yeah.
is this the first one in Thailand?
This is the first one in Thailand. It arrived in Thailand about 2 weeks ago, and it took us about almost 1 year to bring it in because we need to get all the documentation and everything right, right? So it arrived, and we before we say anything much, we need to test it. We need to ride, really hard. Then we did. We ride in Singha Park some of the UTV track, and then we went to Doi Chang and ride on a real enduro trail,
Hmm.
and we spent one whole day with Talaria.
And how do
Yesterday.
you feel it compares to the Sur Ron? That's
Well, I'm a Sur Ron owner also, and I love the Talaria too. So that's why I have both. Okay, but the difference that I kind of like the Talaria is the way they design the bike to have more ground clearance. Even though I'm small, I was like um, 159 centimeters. I'm
hmm.
not that tall.
Hmm.
So actually, Sur Ron is perfect for me on the height, on the seat height. But
Yes.
Talaria, I'm kind of curious when they have like 10 centimeters more, and see the weight is about, it's about my weight here. But
So the plate on the bottom, the bash plate, that's actually higher than the Sur Ron then.
yeah, the ground clearance is higher. Okay, you see the ground clearance is higher.
Yes.
So, but they were saying that it's the proportion of the bike is more suitable for people who are taller than me, actually, which is the bigger market. People like the Farang,
Yes.
the foreigner who are maybe 170 up.
Yes.
They're gonna find that this proportion is probably suit them more.
Hmm.
But the Sur Ron is kind of perfect for my size.
Yes.
So, and the drive is different. Sur Ron use the belt drive
Yes.
and the chain mid drive, but Talaria use a gearbox. Okay, so the reason of the gearbox is to prevent all the dirt and dust that to go into the drive, mechanic,
Yes.
a mechanism or something. Belt drive is very light, but it if you do it very hard, then and leave it for a long time or use it for a long time, then you have to replace them. Otherwise, if it's can I have uh, what do you call chance for them to break apart, when you do hard enduro, then you have trouble,
Yes.
coming down.
Yes.
But with the gearbox, you probably, have less of chance of that to happen, but you have to change the gear fluid every 1000 kilometers. So the Taria, we never say that it's a real like eco-friendly. Now we talk about performance. We still use oil.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So this one's a bit muddy because you've been riding it around this morning.
Yeah, we went through mud, we went through dirt, and we went through water, and I found out that with the weight, which is more than the Sur Ron, about 3 to 4 kilograms, and to me it's very stable on enduro. When we go through a rough road, it's more stable for me. I think the weight of the bike helped me. As I'm only 64 kilograms.
Yes.
So it helped me to sub the suspension,
Yes.
a bit better than Sur Ron. Sur Ron, if you're a bit heavier, then maybe it helped, to have what do you call? To help you get. Can you cut on that? Okay.
Oh, we can keep going, but it's a more rigid frame you were saying, right?
Okay. So yeah, it's we talk about the frame later on, but I felt that the Sur Ron is very light. The Sur Ron is quicker than Talaria.
Yes.
But Talaria is more comfortable on the long range. You
Yes.
see, look at the seat.
And the frame is more rigid, isn't it?
It is. You look at it. Sur Ron has subframe. That's why it make it light. But also it's more fragile.
Yeah.
At the same time, Talaria has a different type of frame. And when you use a boot, like I use enduro boot, it can snap to the frame to keep my body a bit more stable. So Talaria is moving toward the motorcycle a little bit more than Sur Ron.
Yes.
In my view.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and-
take me through the differences between this and the Sur Ron.
Okay.
Both have a 60-volt battery, don't they?
Yeah, both have a look at the battery. Both have a 60-volt battery, but the mAh is different. The Sur Ron has 38 mAh. No, sorry, the Talaria has 38 mAh.
Yes.
Sur Ron has 32.
Yes.
So the size of the battery is bigger than
Yes.
the Sur Ron, slightly bigger. I mean, you can notice it, but I have some secret to tell you later on. Before we go to that, Talaria has the more like a cap here to protect you, from dust, instead of just the wiring, to connect your seat. You have this kind of thing. It's kind of nice. And
Much easier to have one connector.
Everybody have what do you call a compliment on this, and but one thing that kind of annoy me a bit that Sur Ron has the button
Yes.
and the window to see the battery.
This one doesn't have
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
window.
have it. Then I know. I mean,
Does it show on the display here on the handlebar?
I do. It did, but it's very small. So I'm a bit,
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's showing there a bit, 57, but here there. And the other difference is that Talaria has a start-stop button, so it's another safety step, that you have to press start here before you can
On
get
the
it
right
going.
side of the handlebar is the
Yep.
start button.
Yep,
And that takes a few seconds to
it is.
start
it
the
is.
motor.
It is. Hold on, okay? I'm answering.
Okay.
The other difference is that the Talaria has a start button.
Yes.
Okay, you have to release this button and at one go like that, and then here we show you that it's ready to go. And if you press the M, it has eco and sport mode.
Yes.
That eco and that sport. And then you have this thing. It's more like I don't know what it's called in English, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4 step. I understand that it's more like when you lift up your throttle, then you get a little bit of
Regeneration.
yeah, but it's not regen. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't regen the power back, but it gives you a little kick.
Yes.
To chain down, more like an engine brake or something.
Yes.
But I cannot feel that much different.
Mm.
I hope that it can differentiate a little bit more. Well, it's still new, so I need to go back into it.
It looks like the headlight is the same as on the Sur Ron.
Yes, headlight is the same. This one I changed it myself because I didn't like what they gave to me. They came with the IST killer, and I think it's not much different, than the one that's the Sur Ron have. And they came with the what is it?
Oh,
Rear
the
hacker or mudguard?
Fender or mudguard, yes.
This one Talaria came with it.
Mm.
Sur Ron doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So you just and it has a chain guard here that came with Talaria.
And on the front, is there a fender that comes with it, or you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And then it doesn't really have you know a mounted house, you know, to do a fender there.
Yeah.
Maybe because of this, you know, kind of like style, you know, that you need to have a fender. Oh no, they do have a fender that come like this, but it's like a piece of paper.
Oh.
So that doesn't. So I didn't take it in.
But overall, it feels a lot more solid and more like a motorcycle.
It is. It's solid and it's very stable. It makes you not feeling tired, but it's a bit heavier. Before I forget, that's one thing I really love about the Talaria.
Yeah.
Is the tail.
Mm.
If you are a Sur Ron owner, you know how much painful it is to change the you know, the tail, because you have to remove the seat, and they have like a you know, like small little plastic. Not that it's really pain in the ass.
Yeah.
To do it. But this one, if you come down in it, you can release just only like 2-3 screw, and you can remove it. But you know why I'm talking about this tail? Because you know people like to wheelie, right? And when you crash, this thing gone first.
Yeah.
So you need to buy a new one. You know, and
But not with the Talaria so much.
and the rest, no, the tire is the rear tire is 80/119, so it's bigger than the Sur Ron. Okay, 1.6 inches wide. They claim that when you run this on the loose surface like sand or something, it probably get more grip. You know. Yep. Then the suspension is it's adjustable. I think this is same as Sur Ron, you know. And but the way they design different, because if you see this mechanism, Sur Ron has this suspension set up like all this. What do you call this in English? I don't know. Can you help me?
Which, the cross brace? Or?
Yeah, it's this thing underneath.
Oh, the swinging arm?
Yeah. It's
Geometry?
you know, this thing is like a piece of metal there.
Yeah.
Just to help, you know, just to help the bike, you know, well.
I don't know the technical name, but it's part of the geometry
Right.
for the swinging
Well,
arm.
the Sur Ron is up here.
Yes.
But Talaria is reverse.
Yes.
What I like is it's look clean here. But you know, and you don't really need to see that down there. And the rest, I think that's about it. Oh, one thing.
Yes.
When we was riding Sur Ron and Talaria together, I think the whole day, and when we stopped at the last stop at the Akha farm view, right? It's on top of Doi Chang. The Sur Ron also have 37% left. Talaria also have 37% left. That means Talaria doesn't really, you know, give you more range.
No.
You know, because maybe the weight. But it gives you comfort. So
Yes.
if people think that the 38 ounce is gonna give you a range more than Sur Ron, even though I love them, you know, so much, I have to be frank with you that to me it doesn't give you more range.
No.
But if the Talaria doesn't do this, the range will be less than the Sur Ron.
Yes.
Right. So
the Sur Ron gives about 75 kilometers range. So this will be about the same.
about the same. But
And-
on the mountain, I think it's about 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in miles, 70 kilometers is about 40 miles. So in the mountains, maybe 30 miles then.
Something like that. I
Yes.
guess, yeah. And for the I've seen so many people trying the Talaria, right? Including some guy who was about like 180 centimeters tall.
Yes.
I think you need a hand riser.
Yes.
You know, otherwise when you stand, you have to go down a little bit much. But that's easy.
Even on my Sur Ron, I had to put a riser.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable.
Right. And
But other than that, it really doesn't need a lot of modifications out of the box. It's
for me, I think a pair of good front fork is good to maybe reduce a weight a bit. You know,
Yeah.
maybe 1.5 kilometers. But
like a Fox 40.
Fox 40. We are talking to Erlin's right now. Erlin's coming out with the suspension that could work on this, but
Yeah.
it's just bloody expensive. Just that Erlin said that they can. No, not they can. They will look at the weight of the bike and the
Yeah.
weight of the rider, and they will come with a special setup for that rider. That means it's quite good, you know. So
Yes.
let's say if you are 80 kilometers or over 100, then you wouldn't be using the same setup
Yes.
as me, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's quite okay. you know.
Yeah. And the brakes are the same mineral oil hydraulic.
Yep.
Hydraulic
right,
disc
same.
brakes is on the Sur Ron.
I recommend that, you know, when I found that when we were coming down from a very steep hill and very long, then if you have to press the brake for a long time, then it's fade. This is normal, you know, for the factory setup.
Yes.
You know, so basically, either when the Sur Ron or the Talaria, the first thing you need to do is change the disc brake from whatever size it is to at least 220, and just change the brake pad. Just get a better one.
Shimano.
Yeah, Shimano, or you know, I'm using braking from Italy,
Yes.
and it costs about 1,000 baht each. You know, it looks expensive, but it does help.
Yes.
You know, because this kind of bike, when it's automatic, and you have to go downhill, and you press, then if it doesn't brake and you have to do so much, then you have a problem with your muscle here.
Yes.
You have arm pump here. What do you call?
Oh, biceps and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it, you know, like that. So the brake system, you know, help. Okay. Help if you upgrade it and use the same old caliper. It's okay. No need to spend much money on that. And
Well, I rode it and I really like it, so it'd be on my list of things to get anyway. And you think it's going to catch on it's going to become very popular in Thailand once more people know about it?
I think so. I think it will. Just now we have to, you know, we're still in the process of talking to the government to get the paper sorted out, and all the import tax, you know, and all the legal things has to be
Yes.
sorted out right. So that's why we cannot come up with a price yet, you know, but it's more than the Sur Ron for sure. But
Yes.
I have to say that, you know, I still don't know yet. You know, I still have to work on it, and I still need to adjust. What do you call the new way of selling it? You know, to be able to give a better price.
Yes.
Right now, when we calculate everything, I was just like, a bit heavy, you know, a bit stiff the price. So
But with the high price of petrol and gasoline right now, it's only going to become more popular in the future.
I think so, but you know, I have to tell you the truth that the Sur Ron or the Talaria, it's not really about saving the money. It's about the ability of the machine to bring you to the place that you can't go. For example, I cannot ride the Honda CRF 250. It's just too heavy for me. Even though I have the money to buy a Husqvarna 501, but it's still too tall for me.
Yes.
You know, if I have to put my feet down on the hill, then I probably gonna crash. So this thing, I find that it's not expensive for me because it can bring me to the top of the mountain with all the pros. You know, I can just, you know.
I understand. I agree completely because I don't like the CRF and those tall enduro bikes because
It's heavy.
they're just heavy and tall. And this is just perfect for children to start riding enduro and motocross, isn't it?
Yep.
And in Thailand, they're going to be racing these soon, aren't they?
Yeah, we are actually on the 10th. We're gonna have more like a little press conference about 2 p.m. at the Thailand circuit, Nakhon Chai Si, to talk about the e-bike category 3. Okay, this e-bike is already have a World Cup race within the MXGP. Okay, MXGP motocross, you know, FIM.
Yes.
That's really world famous. You got KTM, you got Husqvarna, Yamaha, Honda, whatever, you know, gas.
Yeah.
They are racing against the top. You know.
Yes.
But this is inside that race.
Okay, that's good.
And then it's coming to Thailand.
Yes.
And that's what I heard. 2024,
Yes.
25, 26, 3 years in a row.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll see people who race with this bike within that, you know. You will see the world champion for sure.
Well, it's eye-opening. Even my brother in Australia showed me a video about a man riding a Sur Ron and winning a motocross race against big gasoline bikes, you know, 400cc Kawasaki's.
Yeah, it's really quick.
And so people are going to have a real eye opener when they see
Right.
the Sur Ron and the Talaria racing motocross.
And before we forget, we're gonna have more like a Thailand championship
Mm.
in later on this year, I think, to start with. So people who interested, you can purchase one of these and become, our friend and do the club race, both Talaria and Sur Ron, at Nakhon Chai, only 70 kilometers from Bangkok, and the date is set 16 and 17 July. That's gonna be a first race.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, you can come and have a look
Yeah.
or join us.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. So to summarize everything, do you want to summarize basically why someone should look at the Talaria
Okay.
over the Sur Ron?
I think you should have both.
Both.
But what I'm saying that the conclusion is that Talaria is more like, if you're a fan of Porsche, the car, right?
Hmm. Porsche.
The Talaria is more like a Panamera.
Yeah.
Sport, comfortable,
Yes.
long range, you can do all day, and and it's not as quick as 911.
Mm.
So the Sur Ron could be like a 911,
Yes.
or maybe the Boxster.
Yes.
Cheaper, quick,
Mhm.
agile.
Yes.
But it's compared to Panamera, you won't get the comfort.
Okay.
So that's how I see.
Yes.
That's how I see it.
Or maybe the husband should have the Talaria and the wife should have a Sur Ron.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for
You're
talking
welcome.
to us today, Poom.
You're
As
welcome.
anything else you just want to close with?
Well, check out Talaria Thailand. Okay,
Mhm.
on Facebook. We probably not gonna have a showroom or shop yet,
Hmm.
but we are planning to have the demo bike in Bangkok, 2 locations. One is the famous bicycle shop that's selling a good big brand bicycle. Okay, and that should be on Pattanakan Road, and the other one is probably on Rama 4 Road. We are dealing with them right now,
Okay.
and in Chiang Mai also with Somat and Chang Phuoc, Soi 3. They're gonna have a new shop in Nimman Road,
Yes.
just opposite Mon Milk Shop. And coming back to the Pattanakan Road, more like a drop ship store, we try to build a race course,
Hmm.
a
track?
bump track. a
Oh,
track
nice.
in town.
Mm.
Then you can use the Sur Ron and Talaria to actually practice there as a meeting point.
Wow.
That's what we're trying to do. So look forward into it.
Okay, so check out Talaria Thailand on Facebook.
Right, exactly.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us
Sawasdee
today,
krab.
Khun Poom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Khop khun krab.
Bye bye. Thank you. Sawasdee krab.
riding around Singha Park in Chiang Rai. This is Singha, the beer company, built this nice recreation area with lakes and parkland, and they have a nice coffee shop with all kinds of trinkets for sale, including coffee and teas from the local area. So right now there's Sur Rons ahead of me, and I'm riding the Talaria, which is actually going to be faster, but I'm staying behind them just to see how I keep up with them on this, and it's just fine. I can stay right on them.